Tune in and listen. Queens on a mission, dripping the mic on Sunday nights, presenting you with 2020 visions. So join us this day and every Sunday night with Ameerah the Songstress and on Blog Talk Radio, a for sure way to start your week off right. 2020 visions on Drip the Mic.
It's Ameerah the Songstress.
No regret.
You're tapped into 2020 Vision on Drip the Mic Network. All is well. Stay focused. Hello, you guys. I made it back up in here another Sunday. Notice I said I because I'm alone. Well, actually, I'm not alone. I have my wonderful engineers in the house. Yes, give it up for the engineers. Well, I named this one episode Everything is Everything. Message. Anyway, my 2020 vision. So we're going to talk about me today. We're going to answer any questions that you have. We're going to talk about my journey, my spiritual journey, and a lot of love, life, and light. But before I get started with my guest, which is me, I definitely want to give my shout outs. So let's see what I got. Let's see what I have. First of all, I want to shout out my brother Aziz and Subliminal. They tied the knot. They got married. They did the thing. They jumped the broom over this weekend, and just wanted to this weekend. It was this weekend. So just wanted to shout them out. Congratulations. That deserves a hand clap. Okay. We good? We good over there? All right. And so my next shout out. Well, this one doesn't bring me joy to shout this out, but I definitely want to send love, life, and light to the Bozeman family. I just want to acknowledge Chadwick Bozeman. We actually lost him yesterday. I got this article.
It actually felt like...
Oh, I'm sorry.
We found...
One of us is sorry. So we can run it. We can run that. Yep. Let's just run that.
We had our black superhero, and nobody can touch us. You know, so... and to lose that, it's sad in our community. It's sad in our community. And... to lose the Black Panther and the Black Mamba in the same year, we can all agree that 2020 is the shittiest year that in my 35 years. It's not even a question. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So just want to read this article. I got this from Entertainment. You can see them online. Chadwick Boseman, the charismatic actor known for portraying barrier-breaking baseball player Jackie Robinson, music icon James Brown, and Marvel superhero T'Challa, also known as Black Panther. He died of complications from colon cancer. He was 43. His family confirmed that the news on Friday in a statement posted on Twitter revealing that Boseman was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016 and quietly battled it for years as it progressed to stage 4. A true fighter, Chadwick persevered through it all and brought you many of the films you have come to love so much, from Marshall to The Five Bloods, August Wilson's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and several more. All were filmed during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy. The statement it added was, it was an honor of his career to bring T'Challa to life in Black Panther. He died in his home with his wife and his family by his side. So there, the story goes on, and you can actually find that on Google and Entertainment. I wanted to just read a little bit of their article. What did we learn? What did we learn from that? Well, I learned that I should live my life every day like it's our last breath. Chadwick kept going. Apparently, he decided that no matter what, he's going to fulfill all his dreams during this lifetime. He had goals to reach, and boy, did he reach them all. He did it all. More than most of us will ever do in this lifetime. You have to ask yourself, if you knew that you only had 4 years to live, what would you do? Would you give up and focus on death? Or would you move forward and focus on living? Chadwick was more than brave. He was determined. Now, that's what I call a superhero. His sickness didn't define him. Yeah, that was never going to be his legacy. Instead, his legacy will remain as one of our greatest actors, one who portrayed some of our greatest legends while creating his own legend, known as the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Man, talk about art imitating life. Think about what you're putting into the universe and what you're creating. That's what your legacy becomes. Just like thy will be done. That is what legends are made of, my beloved. Rest for now, Chadwick. We send love, life, and light to your family. We will love on your wife during your physical absence as we bask in the energy that you have contributed to our world. Because we know now we have a superhero that has reconnected with the Most High. We know that you're advocating and telling God that your people really need a Wakanda for real, for real. So thank you, Mr. Bozeman. We're blessed to have you as an ancestor. Just wanted to say that. Now moving on to Jacob Blake, the Jacob Blake shooting. Ridiculous and disgusting behavior as usual. America up to the old tricks again. When you train a society of people to harm a certain group of people, then you not only have failed our country, but you have failed our world. You have also canceled yourself. You have disrupted the natural flow of things. We are creators. We are not supposed to be a planet filled with grim reapers. We give life. We were not meant to take lives. You're dead wrong. Pun intended. You did wrong. And there are laws that says that you should be punished for your crime. If the system is going to tell us that the police officer involved in the Jacob Blake shooting was just doing their jobs, then the whole damn manuscript needs to be tossed and rewritten. The job description is flawed, to say the least. Stop using that jargon as an excuse to do harm to others, as an excuse to live out your racist fantasies. And yes, I said it, racist fantasies. The way you're mistreating us must have been something you thought about all your lives. I came across one article on the internet that talks about the police officer Rustin Shesky, the one that shot Jacob several times in the back. Of course, they want to speak about his character and how great of a person he is. Also, that he's the furthest thing from being a racist. Question. So if he's not guilty of being a racist, then what does that make him? Just a bad cop that's not trained properly? Does it make it more acceptable that he might not be a racist? Just someone out here on the streets with a gun that hasn't been properly trained on how to deal with American citizens? In other words, a criminal, which in any other circumstances would be punished and punishable by law. Either way you call it what you want. Give us justice right now. And since apparently there are two different justice systems in this country, give us that white justice this time. Just wanted to say that. Well, let's lighten the mood. We have some TikTok videos. Let's run those. Oh, you know what? Speaking of police officers, this first one is sent in by a police officer. Let's hear what he has to say.
What's going on? Y'all know I'm Officer Williams, the one who did the viral George Floyd video, right? So, being transparent with y'all, for the last 2 months, my job put me on administrative leave to do an investigation into my TikTok. After this investigation was done, which I found out today, I was relieved of my duties from that certain job. And upset, confused, I felt all the emotions. I don't know, I was just all over the place. I just really wanted to bring it to y'all because y'all been supporting me, y'all been rocking with me, and I wanted to be transparent with y'all. One thing I do know is God don't miss. God never miss. So at the end of the day, what's for me, never gonna go past me. It's never gonna miss me. And God felt like it was the need to do this right now. So just wanted to keep y'all in the loop. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Wolfgang, for that. Thank you. So, spiritual wickedness in high and low places everywhere. Just like the enemy shows up in different places, different styles, different faces, so does our allies. So sometimes we think we have no allies in places, in higher places, or at our points of contention, but they are, and sometimes this is the result of being an ally for the people. Stay steadfast, stay strong. That's what we can do. We can come together on one accord. That's the only way. All right, let's keep it moving. What we got next?
Was stolen from Africa to America, that you don't know who you are, but you are the children of Yahweh, the children of Israel, and I'm telling you, you have to come back to your homeland, here to Zion, to Jerusalem, because us the Gentiles, we do need you. We need you to come and pray, because you are our saviors. You're the one that was chosen by Yahweh to live in this land, not the Jewish people, it's you. You were stolen from Africa, they deceived you, they told you that you are slaves, but you actually the children of Israel. And it's time just to come back. Come for your people, come back for us, come back for the whole Gentiles, because only you gonna save us. So please come.
All right. I need everybody that's listening, watching, listening, feeling, touching, watching, listening. Just send me some good positive energy today. I'm by myself today. The whole crew is kind of not here. Just whatever's gonna happen today. So just bear with me, you guys, and just send me some positive love and positive energy. You know, she can get through this. You can do it. Go, Ameerah, go. Go, Ameerah, go. Yes, I can feel it already. I hear y'all. Go, Ameerah, go. I don't even have Instagram pulled up. Usually I would have Instagram pulled up. I'm missing things, man. When I'm missing half of myself, it's hard to act like you're whole. Okay. So what do we have next? Let's play that next TikTok video.
I think I'm gonna just be single until Jesus come, and then I'm gonna just ask him, do he want to be with me? Because at this point, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm about to cry just think about it. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know.
That's just because I'm silly. Lorenzi. Thank you, Lorenzi. Lorenzi. Man, that's just because I'm silly. I need to laugh, man. She said, I don't know. Oh, no. She said, she gonna wait till Jesus come back. So ask him, do he want to be with her? You know, that's what someone told me. They said, Ameerah, you need somebody like Jesus because you just want people to be perfect. You just need a Jesus in your life. I know that's right. We all need Jesus in our lives. Okay. So what's the next one? Can we run the next one, please?
Hush and sit back. See? Where's my goddamn charger? Huh? Y'all always take where's my charger? Always touching something. I can't stand y'all damn kids. Always gotta put your hands on something every single time I turn around. Here it go. I got it. Y'all always touching something anyway. Why you think I thought it was y'all? Keep your hands off of stuff and I wouldn't be blaming y'all for nothing. Y'all want to get some ice cream?
Gloria Angelou. Oh my God. How many mothers are guilty of that? I am. We don't know how to say sorry for nothing. We just can't get the words out of our mouth. I think we think that they'll think they won. Like, it's really a battle between the kids and the parents. I'm telling you, it's a mind game. I'm telling you, it's the battle of the wits. The kids, man, they think they slick, man. They plot all day. And remember, we're busy. All they want to do is play, right? So they have all day to plot on what they gonna do to us to get the most out of us. Like, how do we maximize mom and dad? And they don't even stop when they get older. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm guilty. What do we have? We have something else.
All right, this sounds for everyone who looks younger than their actual age and people don't believe them when you tell them how old you are.
Yeah. Message. I can't take Spike Lee's thing. Message. So I'm going to say, oh, no, that wasn't. Was that Boys in the Hood? I got to remember. I can't even. Usually I have somebody to talk to this way. John Singletary. No, but what was it? Was it Boys in the Hood? Don't drink your Kool-Aid while sipping on juice. The Wayans did a spoof. Yeah, something like that. And then they used to always go message, right? So, all right, I'm not gonna totally take that. I'm gonna just say Jules in the same fashion, but I'm gonna say Jules. Okay. Anyway, so Jules, remember, you never know who's amongst you. So be careful with your words. Be careful what you say. Okay. It's time to get this show on the road. It's all about me today, you guys. I'm excited. I want to talk to you about it. I want to tell you about my business. I want to put you all up in my business. And if you have any questions, feel free to call in, chat it up with me. We're going to be taking calls in probably a few moments here, but I'm going to run my mouth a little bit first, right? Okay, but I want to start out with spiritual release. I want to start out with that because I want to talk about my spiritual journey. Let's go. Image is everything. It's where creation starts.
Welcome to the doorway of your vortex.
What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? How big would you play?
The two most powerful words in the English language are I am. Because what comes after I am will shape your life.
He who tills his land shall have plenty of bread.
You want first place, come play with me. You want second place, go somewhere else.
My spiritual journey. My spiritual journey. Let's talk about it. How did I start like doing crystals and tarot cards? Did I say doing crystals? That sounds like something else. That sounded like I was going to say something else. How did I start playing with crystals? Oh, I forgot I was going to bring them with me too today. Oh, I do. I have my heart with me. I have my heart. Hold on. I do. I better have my heart with me. But I think I have this particular crystal with me that's a heart. But anyway, how did I get into crystals and tarot cards and talking to our deceased loved ones and our ancestors and hearing from God and all those things? How did I get into that? Well, it was a journey. It was oh, by the way, here it is. I love it. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It's a rose quartz crystal. And it's a heart. Jalal Imports in Topanga Canyon is where I got that. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's take the journey. The funny thing is I was with some of my siblings, my brothers, over the last couple of days when I was in Vegas. And we were just reminiscing and telling stories. Well, they were telling stories. I was listening. That's usually how it goes. They tell me everything that happened when we was little. And I don't know why I don't remember things, but I was the baby and the baby girl, and it was all boys. And they was just always into something. But it's hilarious when they tell me the type of things that I was into. So they reminded me of our Islam and Muslim upbringing. So I was born into the nation of Islam and very strict upbringing. And for what my parents wasn't strict in, my brothers made up for. So I didn't really get a chance to get away with things, but the things that I could get away with, I did. And when I did it big. I had to go big because there was only like so many things that I was going to be able to do. So one time, my brother and I decided to call the operator. I'm dating myself because I said operator, but whatever. We were little and we decided to call the operator and cuss them out. Not curse them out, cuss. We was cussing. And we, of course, the operator called the house back. We just didn't think that far. He said, they told me I planned this whole thing. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But they said I planned it. And so I don't know, why we didn't have the foresight? I feel like I probably did, but I thought the chance that we would take was probably worth it. But I don't know why we didn't have the foresight that the operator is going to call the house back. Like, remember when we had to get on the phone and, press 0 to talk to someone on the other line so that you can call who you wanted to call that time. If you don't remember, it's because you weren't born during that time and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But it's like 611 or star 611 on your cell phone when you call and talk to customer service, right? The customer representative, that's what that's like. So anyway, that's who we was cussing out. Customer service, basically. So anyway, they called the phone back, right? And so we got in trouble and got a whooping or whatever. So my father at the time wanted to know what we were saying. And for his pleasure, just to get a kick out of it and make fun of us because we had just got in trouble for doing something stupid, he wanted us to tell him what we were saying to the operator. So he asked my brother, what did he say? And he put his head down and he was scared, but he knew he had to say what he said to her. So he said, I called her a bitch, right? So that's what my brother said to the operator. Asked me what I said. I could say this word on air right now, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say the word. But I did say I called her an MF'erd. Anyone that knows me And see, I was like 3, right? So anyone that knows me knows that word is in my soul. It is. Some people would say if that word wasn't ever invented, I wouldn't have been invented. So that word has been with me for such a long time. I don't know how I got on this story, but my point is we were Muslims studying prayer rugs, kneeling, and just very strict background. So we had to be creative about things that we can get away with. So like I said, I had to go big when I did. Growing up, I just noticed that a lot of my friends went to church, and I wanted to see what that was all about. We had the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on our bookshelf, on our over our fireplace. That's the picture we had growing up. So when I saw pictures of Jesus, I wanted to know who he was, what was he all about. And so around 14, 15, I started going to church with my friends to check that out. I loved the music. I did. I loved the music. I just thought that they were just partying hard, because you got to remember, like, Islam, it's very, you know what I mean? It's everything is just very proper, pure, clean, and just etiquette. So it was just different. It was just different for me. So I continued my journey, and I kept studying different religions until I found that what I was seeking was inside of me. What I was seeking for was inside of me. I realized that every time I prayed, that no matter what I was talking about, whether I was asking or thanking or begging or crying or complaining, I realized that if I just be quiet and listen, that God actually talks back. And that's when I started to really understand this thing. And I continued to grow and study and grow and study and grow. And while we were children, going back just a little bit, while we were children, we all had some type of clairvoyant type of thing to us. Like I had one of my brothers, he would see people in the hallway that used to live in the house that we lived. He would see them all dressed up in tuxedos, dancing like they were at in a ballroom, and I guess they were ghosts or spirits or whatever at the time. But he could see that. I think we lived in one house in Detroit on Webb and Hamilton, and that thing was it was haunted. That house had every spirit on the block in there. But what happened was there was an older Jewish man that lived there before, and I guess he was killed there. And so one time my brother was sitting in the living room, and he saw the man walking down the stairs from the attic. And then the man walked over to him and swung at him. So in the spirit, right? So we always have had some type of clairvoyant type of energy around us growing up. And we all used to experience where we would be awake, but we couldn't move. So, body paralysis, things of that nature. So we all had those experiences. We all had outer body experiences when we were young without even realizing what they were. So because all those things scared us, and certainly scared me, because something was always happening to me. Something crazy was always going on. For a long time, I ignored them, or I tried to not tune in as much, because that's what you're doing. You're just tuning in to the energy that cannot be killed nor destroyed. So, it took me a long time to accept what it was. So as I got older and I started being very comfortable with actually talking to spirit, I started to understand this thing, and I started to understand that how we're all connected. And I'm like, oh, okay. I started to understand how our ancestors are right there as well. Some of them are our guardian angels, but then there are certain selected angels for us. I started to understand this thing, and it started to unfold, and it started to unfold. And then I started to think, wow, if I know when the phone rings and I know who that is calling me before I look at the caller ID, before there was even ever a caller ID, then that must mean I'm tuned in, tapped in, and connected to something bigger than I thought existed. And if I can connect to that energy, and energy cannot be killed nor destroyed, then people that are physically not here with us still exist in the non-physical, and I can talk to them and connect to them just like I would if I answered my phone. See? So that's what I came up with. And I started opening up and listening and listening and listening and listening, and I started hearing from everyone. I would say 2016 is when I really started accepting what was happening, and I did a experiment a couple of times with a couple of friends and family, and said, hey, let me contact someone that you know that passed away that you want to hear from, and I don't want to know anything much about them other than their name and that the fact that they're passed away, and that's just about it, really. That's all I needed. And I started being able to contact people from past life. Past life, someone that passed away, as well as I started being able to connect with people that are still here, but talking to their higher power and connecting with them that way. And we do it all the time. It's as simple as and as easy as thinking about people. So, when you're thinking about someone and they call you, or when you call someone and they tell you, I was just thinking about you, it's the same type of connection. It's just tuned in at the same time. So if your hand was in a waterfall, and the waterfall being source, and your friend walked up and put his or her hand in the waterfall, and then you guys looked at each other and started communicating with each other while being connected to the waterfall, or while having your hands in the waterfall, i.e. being connected to spirit, then you can have conversation in that same flow, if that makes sense. So when you're thinking about someone and they're thinking about you at the same time, that's connection. If you dive deeper into that, start having a conversation. Like sometimes you can talk to people in the spirit about things that were bothering you. Like you guys may have had a falling out, a fight, an argument. Tune into their higher power and have the conversation with that being inside of them, and see, doesn't it make a difference the next time you guys reconnect and have that same conversation that you were arguing about? They will receive an understanding because you went to their source, which is your source. So you went to source, which allowed you to see things through God's eyes and to have a God conversation. You got a chance to have a God conversation with your friend or your family member or your spouse or what have you, your one. You were able to connect with them from another level, at another level. And by the time you have the conversation with them again, just see how it changes. Just do that little experiment, you guys. Just do it. You don't have anything to lose. Think about the person that you want to say something to. It could be good. It could be bad. It could be indifferent. It doesn't matter. Just think about the person. And the strongest thing to do, the strongest and quickest results will be, think about that person that's always thinking about you. Ooh-wee, it's going to get juicy. Tonight, right? I don't care if it's your spouse laying next to you. It don't matter. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. Think about that person, because you can assume and pretty much take a educated guess that this person thinks about you the most. And just sit there and think on each other. Then have a conversation about that. It's dope. Y'all should try it. But anyway, it's all about connection. As I started to understand that we're all connected, water, moon, sun, stars, earth, trees. I know I sound like a tree hugger. I'm such a tree hugger. When you realize that everything comes together and works for the good of us, and that's how and why we were created, like you get a whole different perspective on life. And, there's ups, there's downs, there's yins, there's yangs, but at the end of the day, it's all relative to creativity. Everything is what we create. As I go deeper down the rabbit hole, it gets more exciting and exhilarating, and you have more of an understanding. And most of all, I can say I've had in certain situations peace that surpasses all understanding. And if you ask me, was it worth it taking this spiritual journey? I'll sign up for it again and again and again. So that's me. That's me. Let's play that song, Type of Girl. Let's do that for a minute. Give me a breather.
I know your type. You're the type that flies, and everything is good inside your world. I know your type. Electrify the skies, and everybody wants to be that girl. You're just the type to leave the class with grace and style. Took the time to really see you. Girl, you know you play against the rules. But when you fall in, everyone wins. Everyone wins. You're that type of girl. Are you that type of girl? You're that type of girl. Are you that type? You're my queen, girl, you're everything. You're everything and more a man desires. Girl, you're so clean. You don't walk, you glide, but you can't hide your inner strength. They're just in awe of who you are. How do you make it seem like it's nothing? They never took the time to really see you. Girl, you know you play against the rules. It's not your fault you love so hard. Everyone wins. You're that type of girl. Are you that type of girl? You're that type of girl. Are you that type of girl? I will say yes.
And you my queen, you my everything. My, you beautiful. You know you mean the world to me. And I can never disrespect you. You're intellectual. And I know you understand me. You ain't gotta wear no makeup to impress me. You don't love me for my money, told me I'm a king. My emotions built up, you help me let them free. So I'm your number one fan, you're a celebrity. I'm a treasurer, I'll treat you like a treasury. And I love your conversation and your company. Have any lifestyle or any industry. You the type of girl these other girls dream to be.
You're that type of girl. Are you that type of girl? You're that type of girl. Are you that type of girl? I will say yes.
The ladies say yes. Yeah, that was that song, Type of Girl, that was a homage to women. And I also wanted to approach it from a spiritual revelation as well. Just about that magic, you know. I know they've named it and coined it Black girl magic, but just that magic, period, you know, being that type of girl. You know, it could be white girl, brown girl, yellow girl, it doesn't matter. That type of girl that exudes femininity and spirituality and strength and love and magic, and just, you know, that woman that walks in the room and everything lights up around her, that woman that is the bread giver, the backbone the soul in the cooking, the nurturer, the superwoman, the dancer, the singer, the doctor, the matriarch of her family, the everything, the woman. And though she may not always play by the rules, when she come through, everybody wins, you know? So, yeah, that's what that song, Type of Girl, I just wanted to give homage to the woman. So, you know, if you're that type of girl, all the ladies say yes. Okay. I know you guys are going to have a lot of questions about the spiritual journey because I just kind of whipped through that. I was trying to put it all in one caboodle. But I'm gonna switch to music. Let's get into music. And music is everything. So, all right. So as y'all know, every time a music guest comes on the show, and we've had like this whole month, we had musical guests, right? So finally, because like before I was like, am I going to ever get to do a music guest? It was kind of, you know, everyone was coming, which I love and appreciate because this is a variety of entertainment type show. But I was like, man, I really want to do music. And then when I asked for it, it just came all month. So I'm thankful, very thankful for it. But on this collage, I put together a group of artists, musicians, entertainers that I love, that are near and dear to my heart, and that has inspired me. And so finally, I get to see myself in this homage and collage right with my favorite artist. Can you play that for me?
But no other man's gonna do. So I'm saving all my love for you. Drumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with this song. Ready? Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now.
All eyes on me, little like a thug nigga, till the day I die, little like a boss player. All eyes on me.
These men around here, they don't want nothing but a freak in the bed.
Girl, don't get her started.
That's it.
She has a point.
You know, I mean, but if you find the right one, you'll, you know, find a deeper connection.
Yeah, a deep connection.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all know y'all like sex too.
You enter the room, and just like a tidal wave, overwhelming, I'm so consumed. What a rush standing here, I feel your energy. No one told me before about this energy, and I can't hide, no, can't hide, no, can't hide from the truth. Ooh, baby, can't hide, no, I can't hide, no, can't hide, no, can't live without you. Can't hide, no, where you seem to uplift me. Were you sent here to love me? What a rush standing here, I feel your energy. No one told me before about this energy, and I can't hide. is right. Time is right. Need to let it go. Let it go. I can't hide. So emotional. Emotional. You're in my mind. You're in my soul. Control my body. I need to let it go. You can take higher, higher, baby. Take higher and higher. Oh, you get into the room, just like a tidal wave. I'm so consumed. You can take higher and higher. Oh, you, all over you.
Okay. That was Type of Girl. Yes, I made it into the Hall of Fame, 2020 Visions Hall of Fame. Yeah, that was Type of Girl. Recorded that song in San Diego. Actually, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I had Verdell Smith on here, and he produced that song. I wrote it, and he played several instruments in the song, and then I brought it up to LA, and I let Sean hook me up with some, what should we call it? Some vocal production. That's what we did. We did some vocal production on it to enhance a few things, and then him and his team engineered and mixed the songs and added the sauce to it, cleaned it up and made it good. So I think I put that one out in 2017, and that was not the beginning of everything, but it was definitely the beginning of the new era, I would say, the new era. So my music journey, let's see. There was first a group called Cherry Bomb, and I was part of the trio Cherry Bomb. There was a producer named Michael Wave who founded the group and put us together. He already had the idea. He already, knew what he wanted to do, and he was looking for a particular look, style, and way of singing. And so he put us together, and he had just got through putting the group J together and producing some music with them. And then next was us. So we were, up next to say the least, and ready. And from that, we got our first record deal, which was called Provocative Records. The label was created, independent label created based on us as a group, as well as some other groups that were on the label, that was signed to the label. We all had, I guess we were all, I don't want to say we were provocative in nature. When they sold us that line talking about this Provocative Records was based on us and everyone else on the label, I don't know what they was really trying to say. But anyway, that's what they called us. That's what they called the label, Provocative Records or whatever. But that was where we got our first taste in the industry, dance rehearsals, rehearsing amongst each other, recording in the studio, being in each other's, being supportive to all the groups that were on the label. We were in each other's videos and, cameos and things of that nature. So that's where I got that first taste, that first, able to wet my whistle in the industry and just see what it was like. And I don't have a horror story about that time. I mean, did we get to where we were trying to go with that label? No. But did we learn a lot and did we have a good time? Yeah, it was one of the best times of my life. We were family. We played together and we fought together, but we was all we had. At the time, I had a son, and I was the only girl in the group. I was 19, so I was the only girl in the group that had a baby. But it didn't make anyone any difference. Everyone took turns holding my son while I was in the booth, or while it was my turn to sing backgrounds, or for any reason. The producers held him and bounced him in the lap on one knee while making the beat with the other hand. It was we were family. They played ball with him to keep him occupied, to stop him from making too much noise while we was recording. So he grew up in the studio with me as well, and we were a family. We had the ones we didn't like and we didn't get along, but we all had one goal in mind, and that was winning. So it was really some of the best times in my life. I don't know. I don't know if I've had the best time in my career yet, but it was definitely one of the best times in my life. And I was able to have a sisterhood with these girls, Vernonica Williams and Denise Middleton. Cherry Bomb, baby. It's the cherry bomb. Yeah, we used to walk around singing that. It was ridiculous for no reason. We thought we was on stage all the time. We used to be like, paparazzi, stop. No pictures, please. Vernonica used to be like, no pictures, please. We was living it up. We thought that we was everything. We probably was, though. I mean, seriously, we probably was everything. But we had such a good time. So that was my first taste in the industry, being put together with two other young ladies that I had, didn't know them. And I didn't know that they were going to become my sisters, but they did. And having phenomenal producers to work with. Microwave, Instant Replay, that it was a hit. It is a hit. I can't say was, because once a hit, always a hit. So it's a hit, and we were able to get some of the benefits of that by being affiliated and associated with the great Microwave, as well as Sidney Johnson. He had just wrote the song Two Occasions. So he was taking his fortune at that time and deciding to help create a label for us. And it just felt like family. That's what I could say. It felt like family, had a good time. But then all good things must come to an end. And that label just kind of folded. I don't know if it was too new. I don't know if, the executives didn't quite know what to do or understand what to do. They had a roster full of talented. There was Cherry Bomb. There was the 3-girl group. There was Renaissance. There was the 5-man group. They were like your Boys to Men. There was Myron Davis. He went on to produce records with Cisco, and I think he got with Cisco and his group. What was Cisco's group name? You know it. Come on, huh? Drew Hill. Yeah. And then, but he, I think he got a record deal after that, Myron Davis. There was Troy. He actually passed away. But we had and then he was a solo singer. So we had phenomenal talent on the label. What happened? Why they handled it the way they handled it, we don't know. But I had to keep it moving. So, and that's how I became solo. And I was very serious about it, and there was no way I was going to stop. So my travels took me to Seattle, and I wind up hooking up with, oh man, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. There was Skills. His name is Maurice Skills. He was with Sir Mix-a-Lot's camp. So Skills, Who else? Oh, and Raw Tracks took me in, man. They took me in, and we just, night after night creating music for my first album, which was called Dreams of a Single Mother. I became a single mother right when my son turned 5. His father was murdered. So right around that time, I had my second son. And so together, I became a single mom and a solo artist all at the same time. So when we did go to Seattle, that's when I started working with Raw Tracks. I started working with Skills. I started working with Kevin Gardner and creating the first solo album called Dreams of a Single Mother. So that was my first album on my own. Yeah. That was the first album on my own called Dreams of a Single Mother. It was beautiful because I was also pregnant with my third child by the time I moved to Seattle. Yeah, by the time I moved to Seattle. And so, man, it's a story. It's a journey. And so, and this is vulnerable, y'all, because I'm just doing it all out here. Here you go. There you go. So I'm, stuttering. Where's this damn drink? Let me get this whiskey because, usually we be drinking by now, right? I got to remember all this on my own. Tony, get in here. Anyway, he's in there watching from the other room. He taking breaks. He over here watching from the other room and just cracking up at me, fumbling through my own interview. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the Japanese whiskey because we're still in August, right? It's not September the 1st on me, is it? Okay. So here's the Japanese whiskey. Toki, Suntory whiskey. Y'all know the rest. We've been doing this all month. It was made in Japan, right? Or actually, this is the one that said Japan, but then it also said Chicago. It said Chi-Town too. So anyway, I'm about to drink this. And next time y'all see us, we'll have a new bottle of whiskey. But I'm about to just calm myself down because I'm spilling tea on my own self. Who does that? Who spills tea on themselves? Woo. I think when we first started drinking this, when it was a full bottle, it was really smooth. Something about getting to the end. Maybe we need to figure out a way to store it, baby. If you're watching, you know who you are. Ooh, it won't even go. All right. It's getting, the fumes starting to get up my nose, all that. But all right. Okay. So where was I? What was I talking about? What was I saying? You're in Seattle. Huh? You in Seattle. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Dreams of a Single Mother of 3 in Seattle. Still pushing forward on my dream. Still saying that I'm not going to give up. Still saying that I got to do what I got to do. Still saying that I got to be a mother and provide for the children and take care of them and be single and have a career and have a job so I can take care of them and a career. And that's what I did as much as I could. And I wrote a whole album about it. And yeah, but Dreams of a Single Mother, that was my first solo album. And just stories. It was my truth on that album at that time. My life told in song. My children were raised in the studio with me, so they were all on the interludes. They wouldn't be quiet, so that I could record. So I had to bring them in the booth and have them sing and hum and rap and all kinds of things, on the album. So there's skits. If you guys can go back and dig for this album, it's called Dreams of a Single Mother. You guys can go back and dig for it. You might find it floating around somewhere. MySpace. I don't know. You may be able to find something on Amazon. But yeah, it was my really audio biography, you know. I told it all, the story, the triumphs, the ups and downs. I even talked about the moment that I found out that the father of my children was killed, was murdered. That moment when I got out of the bed and the detectives was at the door. And I was actually spending the night over his mother's house. And they came in and said that, I just heard them say, they were asking her all kinds of questions like, is he, you know, do you have a son? What's his name? Blah, blah, blah. And we were quite young. And I just remember them saying, ma'am, I'm sorry, but your son has been a victim of a homicide. And I remember looking over at my sons because they were sleeping with me and just jumping from that room into the living room, you know, just hoping I just didn't hear what I thought I heard, but I did, right? So I had to talk about it. I had to get it out some kind of way. So there's a lot of stories about that time in my life on that album. But one thing it taught me was I needed to keep going. Life is short. You never know what's going to happen. You got to be careful. You got to create. Your life depends on it. Live like you just got a 6-month death sentence, you know. Date. Live like you know your date. Live like you think your date's tomorrow. I'm not preaching. I'm just saying. That's what I did. What do we have any chatters that wanted to say anything, ask any questions, say anything?
I believe we have a excuse me, I might get this wrong, but Burundi on the line.
Oh, okay. We'll bring them on in just a second. What about the chatters?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Okay. Someone's holding Facebook down for me. You're holding Facebook down for me. I have Instagram. Hi, you guys. It's a tough one today. I forgot some of the things. Hey, Gary, how are you? It's good to see you. You guys have any questions that you want to ask me? It's all about me today. You can ask questions, say what up. Everyone's saying hello. Hey, Don. Hey, Brent. Hey, Cole the King. No questions, just chiming in. I'm glad you guys chimed in. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you guys. Whatever question you have, you can ask. All my people on Facebook, ask. YouTube, you can ask. Whatever you want to. I'm not really sure how to read these chats on YouTube, or I'm just not seeing them. Poor me today. Poor me. Okay. All right, so we have Burundi on the line.
Yeah, this is Burundi. How's it going, Ameerah?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Okay, can you hear me good?
Very well.
Excellent, excellent. So yeah, I was tuning in today, you know, and obviously, you know, you and I are esteemed colleagues inside of the music industry.
Yes, we are.
For some of your guests that don't know, I'm Burundi Partwell. I'm an executive over at Universal Music Publishing Group, co-publisher over there. I do a lot of co-pubs for Nicki Minaj, Adam Levine, Beyonce, John Legend, and more. Over my 20-plus years in this business, I've worked with, you know, artists like Nelly, DMX, Swiss Beats, Twista, Common, Raheem Devon, Kanye West, Big Mensa. That's just to name a few.
Yes.
Also, you know, done a lot of brand development, as you know, Boost Mobile, Chevy, Sprite, Hennessy, LVMH, and my favorite thing to do is my not-for-profit philanthropy work, you know.
Yes.
Actually, I started with my philanthropy back with Russell Simmons with the Hip Hop Summit Action Network, him and Dr. Ben Chavis.
Yes.
And then, you know, I became the director of the Hip Hop Caucus and also currently an active member and speaker at Nexus Global with the 200 largest family offices, and I'm current director of the Unparty movement. Now, even with all that,
yes,
and how busy I am,
yes,
I said I'm tuning in today so that I could check out my girl, the songstress, Ameerah. So I said, listen, and I'm listening, and some of the stuff I already even know about you, but you know, you touched me, just kind of reminded me of some things. And I said, well, I got some questions, and I want to talk to you about some things. Is that okay?
That's perfect. Thank you so much. First of all, let me tell you, I'm honored for you to take your time and call, because I don't even know where you got the time. You're the busiest man in the world, but I'm so glad you called in. Thank you. I'll answer anything you have to ask.
Yes. So, yeah. Okay, all right. So let me kind of delve in and ask a couple questions just on your music journey, you know.
Okay.
Why did you choose the independent route?
It kind of chose me. I did start out with a label, but the label, even the label itself, was more of an independent style label. They were looking for funding from a bigger entity. So, and they, definitely wanted to leverage us as the different groups and the different artists that they had signed on the label. They wanted to leverage us to, for a bigger situation. So, in paying attention to that, I kind of started to, and the good thing about the people that I was with, they were not stingy when it came to information. So, literally, they sat us down and talked to us about split sheets. Actually, not just talk to us about it, but had them, right there for us and showed us how to actually fill them out. And so, just kind of being a sponge for the type of business that I'm into, or the type of, just being a sponge for that knowledge, I just kept seeking to learn and learn and learn. There was a time that I can say that I thought I should have been signed to a major label. There was a time where that thing was on my mind. But as I started to just go through the industry, and I realized that, wow, you can either wait for that, or you can at least record a demo. You can either wait for that, or you could at least, go do a photo shoot. You model, you do photo shoots all the time. Do a photo shoot for yourself. You could at least see, take what you've learned and see if you can apply it for yourself. And as I started to grow, the industry itself started to grow and evolve. I think it was like literally right after 9/11, I was done recording my first solo album. So my first project was done right during that switch, where it went from a major label being everything to the independent movement. But before the independent movement actually happened, there had to be a fall of the label. And I'm not saying that labels have fallen, because I respect Universal Music Group. Yes, I do. But I'm saying that, things started to change. They were no longer looking to develop artists. They were no longer looking for artists that they can see the potential in and take them to the next level. They started looking for projects that were already done, polished. The work was already done, and they wanted to maybe partnership with with a different label acting as a liaison, or they wanted to have the artists come through already ready to go, and all they had to do was stamp their brand on it. And at that time, when those things started to shift, I couldn't understand anymore why it made sense for me to try to wait for that, or try to jump on that type of ship. It didn't sound financially, it didn't sound feasible to me. And I thought, well, man, I'm already doing a lot of the work. I already have a lot of the connects. Why couldn't I just do what I've seen them do, if that makes sense?
So basically, you looked at it like, and again, you popped in right during that movement when kind of going in that direction.
Yes.
So have you been able to connect and work with major producers and agents and stylists and stuff like that, not being in the system? One of the reasons why indies and people go into the system is so they can get access to those kinds of things. So how have you been able to still connect?
Sometimes I ask myself that question, because I look at it like, wow, that was such a blessing and such a miracle. And although it is blessings, it is totally blessings. It also has came from just being steadfast and studying the industry, every part of the industry. Because if I'm going to say that this is my business, right? If I'm going to go to college and get a degree for something, and I'm going to be well educated in the business that I'm going into, then do that. And that's what that meant for me. Be educated, just learn all that you can learn, absorb all that you can absorb. And one of the blessings is that really who we started out with, they wasn't too shabby. Like, it wasn't like we started out with someone that wasn't already known, already in the industry. So starting out with someone like Michael Wave and actually listening and learning from him and watching what he did and knowing that at any moment I can pick up the phone and call him to get access to the next person. Maybe he couldn't do it anymore. Maybe he wasn't in the position anymore. Maybe he didn't have the funding anymore. Maybe the label, maybe he left that label he was dealing with, but he knows who he talked to before. He knows who knows how to do this. He knows how to break a record. He knows who to point me in the direction of, who can get me the best mix, who can do the best mastering. It's just, for me, it was just acquiring knowledge, and using my network to keep myself connected. Everything has been really less than 6 degrees of separation for me. I met you through Nate Impact, which I met Nate through Von Zell, which was my manager at the time, who I met through my friend Big Low, who has a girl group, and he manages them, but he knew a management group, and I met Big Low at a music conference. So, so it's like, okay. You know what I mean? So everything in my...
A lot of different points of connectivity.
Yes.
So when it sounds like all those different pieces, so, I mean, has this been an expensive journey? All these different people and, for you to and how have you been able to maintain and manage that?
Yes, it's expensive. Yes, expensive because, when you think about the label, when you hear about the $1 million deals and the $500,000 deals, or even 50,000, even if someone's got a smallest deal is 50,000 for a production deal, a development deal, that's still more money than your average American is able to come up with in a lump sum on their own. Without, breaking the bank or without going into a retirement fund or something, to that effect. So yes, it's been, very expensive, but I decided that, it's even more expensive when you don't understand what it is, when you don't understand how the business in the industry works, and you wind up being a very, very famous broke person. And if I have to spend it up front to invest in myself like every other good investment, I expect a high return because I am banking on myself.
Right. I got you. And nobody can control your investment better than you, right?
That's right. That's right. And then a lot of smart people started coming down my path, like yourself.
So, which leads to, why is it important to have a business consultant, in the entertainment industry?
Simply because you don't know what you don't know until you find it out. You are the necessary piece. I don't really believe that, I don't believe in this saying that you can only take yourself so far, because I believe it's you creating the whole time. But what I will say is that every stepping stone has a purpose. When you start walking down that right road, you know it because you run into and you meet people like yourself, Burundi. And so now that I'm in the know because I'm walking down the right road, that's
so. I mean, has it helped your career by leaps and bounds, or what's your opinion there?
I went from styling myself to being styled by some of the most affluential stylists, not only in Los Angeles, but in the country, in and out of the country. And I wouldn't know. I personally didn't have the resources or the access to something like that. And so now, as you know, having a consultant that knows which pieces to put together and which direction to point me in, now instead of just an album rollout, it's going to be a campaign. It's going to be an extravaganza. So yeah, I would say it helps me.
So you actually kind of answered my next thought, which was I was going to say, you know, has it changed the way that you're doing business? So obviously it has changed the way that you do business. And so when you have had to like switch directions in those kind of ways, how has that helped?
Getting out of my own way. You know, I'm telling you, I'm constantly telling myself, reminding myself, if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to have something that I've never had, I got to be willing to do something that I've never been willing to do, that I've never done before. And even like I'm telling you, it tries everything in me. It tries my patience. It tries my belief system. It tries my trust. Like I have trust issues. I'll be honest. You know, I've been doing this for quite some time without a consultant, without a proper team. And so I do have trust issues, but it challenges that for me. And it's like putting a mirror in my face. It's like, you said you want this. You said it was you that was going to create this, and you said you were going to do this. Do you not believe in yourself?
Okay. Well, I got one more question, because I don't want to take up all your time, and I know you got other callers, other people, and
no
you got a lot more information to share.
No worries.
On this show.
Yes.
But I'm going to ask you, so through this process, what have you learned?
Oh, God. Like I said, believe in yourself. Believe in the dreams that you've set forth. Believe that if you've asked God to do it and you have the faith that you say you have, no matter what religion or practice or whatever you believe, if you have the faith that you say you have, then relax and allow it to happen. Allow it to happen. I also learned that I'm more than enough. And who's for me is for me. And that's where my focus should be. I learned to fan the flames of the fires that's already lit. Stop trying to be so concerned with those who don't understand or know me. And I also believe that if you build it, they will come. And to, trust my team. So salute to you, Burundi. Did we lose him? He dropped.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. We got him. Got you.
All right. No, so I was saying that, that's one of the things that when I spoke to the United Nations that I said that we have to stop looking all around and look within, because everything that we need is right there.
Yes.
And that's how you solve, certain issues in the world,
Yes.
And so, I just wanted to celebrate this moment to talk to you and call in. And, I've never before, I've listened, on occasion here and there to support, which is super important. I've told other people and forwarded, and a lot of the people listening right now are probably fans of some of the brands that I've worked with in the past, and so we definitely appreciate them for being a part of this as well.
Yes.
But you would do great things in this industry, if I have anything to say about it.
Yes.
So.
And you do. Thank you.
So thank you for letting me be a part of the journey. And, that's my 15 minutes of fame.
Thank you, Burundi.
For me.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. And thank you for being a part of my journey, an important, integral part of my journey. Thank you.
All right.
Salut. All right. Talk to you soon. Oh. was so sweet. Yes. I love it. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Who we got next?
I believe we have Microwave on next.
Hey. I was just talking about him. Microwave. Are you there?
What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Am I there?
Yes.
All right. How you feeling?
Feeling good. A little emotional. Last call almost made me cry.
Yeah, I was watching that. It was exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I'm glad you called.
I'm gonna let you calm down some. I'm gonna change the whole mood here.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm looking at you. I see you. So I have questions too. I'm gonna bring it a little more upbeat. So if you could my question is for you. I think I might know the answer.
Okay.
Just gonna get two questions. One is in your career, if you could do a duet with a male singer or instrumentalist, who would it be?
A male that's living. That's living.
Yeah. Yes. It's a shame we got to say it like that. We lost so many.
Raheem Devon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I said a two-part question. So
okay.
Someone that's gone on, it's a male.
That's a male? God, yeah. I got just one?
Yeah, just one. Yeah.
They're going to get so jealous. They're both sitting here, too. Oh. Because it's more than one, but you're going to make... They're going to be fighting in my head later on tonight. You know I'm crazy. Okay, Prince.
Okay. Then who's the other one, Michael?
Yes, Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, Michael. He's like, what's going on? He's like, right? He's in my ear going,
You can't choose between them two.
I know.
Choose.
I can't.
Take them both.
Now they're going to be fighting in my head all night. What'd you say?
Yeah. You got to take both of them.
Yeah, both.
That's just the way it is.
Yes.
You know?
That's just the way it is.
You could be Luther. You could get Luther. You don't have to take somebody with Luther, you know. But
yeah.
You can take Prince. You got to take Michael.
You got to take Michael, too. And you keep saying male.
There you go.
You know, you made it hard when you said male.
Oh, I'm gonna get to the female. Who's on there now?
Okay.
Living female. Yes.
Who I would want to do a duet with, or who I would want to get on a track with. Let's just put it that way.
Well, it's a little harder for two females to do duet. Two people. So let's just say somebody you want to work with on the female side.
Beyonce.
Living.
Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Good old Beyonce. Like I could have been on that song, Black Parade. I would have been all over that song.
Mm-hmm. Female, somebody you want to work with. I already know the answer, but I forget.
You said if some that passed away is on that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everyone knows the answer to that. Whitney Houston. Yay!
There you go.
Can we all say it together? Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
That's your thing.
That's
well.
She ain't never.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because you chose the ones that I thought you would choose.
Wow.
I know a little bit about you musically.
You even knew I would choose Raheem Devon to a male to get on the.
Well, no. Let me rephrase that. I should say the Whitney, the Beyonce, the Michael and Prince. You chose top.
Yeah, of course. I mean, why? Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, go big, go big or go home.
So what is your plan if we ever figure out what this pandemic is going on with that? What's your plan after that? Or you just jumping right in during it to release? So you just how you doing?
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. All right, say it one more time. That was like 5 questions in one, Michael. Don't be that slick. Slid like 5 questions in one. He's like, are you gonna do it?
Well,
Go ahead.
What we all know we're in the pandemic here. Musically, what is your plan to do after this thing is gone, if it goes? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I can tell you what my desires are.
Right.
I can't wait to travel the world. I want to do with this music, with this LP. I want to do with it what I set out to do. And like I said, when I went over to the Middle East and during different touring in different countries, I just realized the music that they were all listening to, and I just call it world music. And that's anything from hip hop to Afrobeat to reggae to, even your Pharrell's Happy to your Ain't Nobody by Shaka Khan. It's just celebratorial, make you feel good, dance, celebrate life type of music. And that's what's playing around the world. And that's what I came home to get, that type of music. And this album speaks to that, from hip hop to your Ain't Nobodies, right? And so I came to get that music. I have it in hand now. And, right after the release and all of the fanfare, I would love to go on tour around the world with this music and dance and celebrate on many different stages and sing and, be a part of that triumphant moment that I feel like the world is going to, it's the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, and for everything that we're getting, we're going to get paid for our work. Payday is coming.
Right.
Payday is coming, and I'm ready for the world to receive it. I'm listening though.
So more on the world dance music. That is that those tours, are they more like performances in concert or club type things, smaller things?
I want to do concerts. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the grind though. I mean, I may have to start out in some clubs, some dance clubs. But they're gonna hold, a decent amount. They can hold anywhere from 500 to 1,500 to 2,000. It depends on, what venue it's gonna be. So yeah, the grind is, the grind. Depends on how well everything is received. I feel like by the time that we're able to go, they're gonna be ready.
Oh yeah. So, that's cool. Do you play an instrument?
Not enough to get on stage to do it. I took piano lessons in junior high school, up and through high school. But I've never, I'll use it to write songs, but I've never wanted to get on stage. I'm going to do it. It's on my bucket list. I'm going to do it though. I'm going to get myself ready and prepared to actually play live in front of everyone. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. You're going to cut your nails now.
Yeah. Did you see through this whole pandemic, I didn't even have nails for a long time. Now I'm so excited to have them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was rocking the naturals for a minute, and I wasn't mad at it. I could open stuff. I could type on my phone. I could text faster. I was like, okay, this is cool, So I didn't have to be bothered with them, because when these things crack, like right there is acrylic, and they crack. Ooh, oh, cha. It makes you rethink this whole nail getting done thing.
Right.
So I was excited. Okay. Yeah, I was excited for a while.
So are you on to the next project yet? You got this one in hand. You said you got this one. You ready to travel with it? And it no pun intended, but it's in a suitcase and you ready to go.
Did you plug one of my songs? You go, boy.
I sure did. I said no. Ready to go. Hey.
So am I looking at new projects? Are you asking?
On to a lot of artists, we'll get one done, and when that one's done, we immediately get started on the next project. just so that we kind of get them in the can.
Mm-hmm.
Are you moving forward, or are you just focused on the promotion of this one? Because, one thing I do know about you is you wear all the hats.
Oh, God.
When you can. And which I guess that would hinder your flow, your creative flow moving. Because well, let me rephrase that. You're hands-on with all your projects. You don't handle everything. I know that.
Yeah.
You're hands-on with everything, which is a good thing. And I always suggest that you get a little more representation. You just calm. You'll be a lot happier. But you'll get to that. But
Look at you. You want to argue right here on. You want to do it right here, don't you? You want to argue right here, don't you? You want to do it.
No, because I understand you, and I understand what you were telling the guy before that
Burundi.
It's the trust thing. A lot of it. There's a lot of things that go into this business, so you have to understand what it is, and you really get a deep understanding of it. You do your due diligence and check everything twice. I know you, so I guess once you get the creative process done, it's well, let me get on to this part now. So that might kind of slow that down back a little bit.
Well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I noticed you said.
No, go ahead.
I noticed that you said earlier that if you say I wear all the hats if I can, and I would say that, that was true. Once upon a time, the if I can part, like just being that control freak. And I think you develop that control freakness when you start seeing things are not being done like you would handle them. It's really hard to find someone in the industry that thinks that you're just as important to them as you are to yourself. You're always going to be the most important person to yourself, or at least you should be. And so trying to find someone that's going to, focus on your career as much as you are going to, you're going to do, and take you as serious as you take yourself, it's hard because everyone has to believe in you. Everybody has to see your vision. And there's a lot of things that goes on in the industry that's just based on look. So if you're not the look they might want to represent, or you may not be the sound that they want to represent, or the style of music that they want to represent, or the style of clothes that they want to represent, then then you're still looking for someone, and it doesn't work. That connection is not a connection. So it's not so much of I like it. It's the necessity. It's going to be done by all means necessary. That's what it is. It's I'm not going to wait on you to make up your mind. I'm not going to be indentured, like an indentured servant to you. You're not going to slave me. You're not going to control this. We can work together. I understand that I'm the product. I understand that me being the product will bring the finances to the table. If you have a piece to the puzzle and you can help me bring the finances to the table, then we can all fairly eat. We can all sit at the table and have a nice portion. But you're not going to sit there at the head of the table with everything on your plate and me eating scraps. So that's my mentality. And so it's not a matter of I don't want a team or that I don't want certain types of representation. That's why it's acquired now. That's why I have it now. But it had to be the right people. I mean, it's just like even when I first met my husband, I said, I'm ready to relinquish my position, not just as the head of household, but I'm the mother and the father, and I'm ready to have a husband and a father in my life, in my family, in my household. But it can't just be anybody, because I want to relinquish control. I want to retire my position as a mother and a father, I can, keep mother, but, as a father as well. But I can't just put it in the hands of anyone. So just like same thing, my career, my art, my creativity is my baby. And I'm not going to just drop the baby off at any, I'm not dropping my baby off in the hood if I can help it. I'm not dropping my baby off at the school where they just teaching them that black people didn't matter. All we did was be slaves and, that's it. Like, I'm not dropping my baby off just in any hands. Like, I want to be able to say, here, can you take care of my precious baby? And when I see that you handle my baby with care and love the way I would handle my baby, then that's when I trust. And that's when I say, okay, we can be a team. So that's what it is.
That's the same thing I say. One of these songs is one of my children.
That's right.
And I trust you with them.
That's right.
When I drop this child off with you, when I come back to pick it up,
right,
I don't want it remixed, lyrics changed, nothing. And I still want it to be my child. I don't want you owning this child's clothes, like the publisher or whatever. The way I drop it here is the way I want to see it. I get you on that.
Yes.
How is it? So, do you think it's a little harder being a woman in the industry that wants to pretty much be the head of the table until they realize that you really know what you're doing? I think it's tough.
I don't know if I could
sit at the table.
I don't know if anyone has ever challenged me on being in charge of myself. How you do that, I don't know. But
that's why I said to sit at the table with it.
Expound on that. I want to be clear when I answer it.
With you being really, let me put it here, where you are in terms of your business, a lot of female or women, I hate to call women females, but not like a dog.
Right.
A lot of the women entertainers don't even go that direction because it's never been like that, and it's always been looked down on. So I don't know, but now, for you to come, you coming in strong, and which is a good thing. Do you think, are you having any issues with that, with coming in that strong, or you just being accepted with that, or it is what it is?
I've had a lot of issues along the way. I can't say everything has been peaches and cream, but what it all comes down to is, are you going to do business or not? Are you going to play ball or not? And it's very annoying. It's very irritating when people can't get their minds out of the gutter, or they can't. I'm just going to say it. Like, they're so busy wanting to, screw you that they can't think of nothing else. Like, and it's annoying to where, I've seen it where my money hasn't even been green enough because you so upset that you can't have none. So since you can't have none, my song ain't gonna get done. Yes, I've dealt with that type of crap, although I haven't ever been like cornered up in a room or forced to do anything, or someone ever tried to force. I don't think they're gonna try me anyway, but I haven't been tried in that way. But as far as like, when somebody likes you, or flirting, or trying to make certain passes at you, trying to make it that you're not gonna, you can't have this unless I get that type of thing. It's very annoying. It's annoying, but I feel like I've put myself in a position to where all it is annoying. It's just annoying. It's not. It is not life changing. It won't. It has not altered. I have not allowed it to alter my career or my career path. And I just stay focused on because like I said, what it comes down to, are you going to do business or not? And if you're not, and if for some reason we can't do business, then we were not supposed to. And it turns out that everyone that I've done business with, I was supposed to do business with them. I'm not saying that I always got the best product at the end. Sometimes, as I explained earlier, they're just the stepping stone, to the next person on my path that I'm supposed to work with. You know, some producers I work with and I got the most shittiest shit out of out of all songs created. But I had to meet them or be at their studio so that I can meet the other producer or the other management group or the other team that I was supposed to be working with. So, you know, not to sound like a cliche, but I have learned, and I am still learning, count it all joy, because it's about to be dope in the end. Like this, like the story that I'm going to have to tell once I get to one of my goals, it's going to be amazing. I probably would do it all over again for the story, you know, just for. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Have you ever thought about later in the game, that you, because you're so good at it, managing other people, managing like other female women artists, singers, or whatever? Because you're so good at it. You with your company, with Jim LaFemme, your that production company, getting in and out of studios, getting photo sessions set up, everything you do for yourself. And I'm not pushing you that way. You're just so good at it, you know. And to do it without it being you, the one that you push it, you would be even that much better. And there's a lot of artists that are out, men and women artists that have done bigger things and moved on and still do these things, but still manage other artists. I mean, really hands-on, you know. One being Stephanie Mills, she does for sure, you know. She has a management company. Not pushing you that direction. It's just you're really good at it. You know, if you can do it for yourself, think what you could do for somebody else. And I'm not at all saying, you know, we're just having a conversation.
You keep saying it. You keep saying it. I ain't saying it, but I'm saying it. I ain't really trying to say it, but I'm saying it. I ain't saying it, but I'm saying it. You know what? I haven't thought about actually managing another female artist. I've thought about managing my children. They do music as well, so I thought about helping them out. But you know, I noticed a lot of I noticed different artists that has like a record label or a management company.
Right.
It doesn't seem like the artist that they sign career does anywhere near the numbers that, you know, that artist that has that entity career does. I think there's exceptions to the rules, like, you know, Manny Fresh and, Lil Wayne, the world that the whole construct that Lil Wayne came through. I think that's kind of exception to the rules. I think Puff Daddy would be exception to the rules. But then again, to me, both of those entities started out as business, as like they came in for the business of it and the money in it. But when you have an artist that's really into their art, it's kind of hard for us to separate what we want to do in our lifetime, you know, and actually managing or helping someone else to that level of dedication with their career. So the thing that you said that I actually like is you said Stephanie Mills has a management company. So would I start a management company and invest in that management company and give them the blueprint as to how an R&B woman, female, black female singer in the entertainment industry channel through this new world of music industry? Would I do and would I train them and do something like that? Yes. Would I oversee it? Yes. Would I make visits to my office and those things? Yes. But can I say that I will dedicate as much time and effort, me personally, as it would take to break an artist? I don't think so. And that's just me being honest. But you'd be like every other CEO. Well,
Basically,
yeah. Yep.
You got the role. You got the Rolodex.
Yeah.
You got the contact.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And other people do the work.
Yeah, I don't mind pointing in the right direction. And what I really get a kick out of is creating platforms. So like with Gems La Film, that was the whole point of that production company, to create platforms and put artists, not just like myself, but from every, walk of the music industry, to put them on a platform so that people can receive them, just like a producer does. I love that. I like even this show. This show was created. Yeah, of course, I want to, some marketing for myself, but more importantly, I wanted to give artists that I knew and talented people that I knew and spiritual people that I knew a platform to come on and express themselves freely. And I believe that's what a producer does. I love that. I love producing.
Right.
I can actually, put myself to the side and cultivate and produce other people. I can do that. And, but like all the shows I put together, I'm singing too. So I'm going to keep it real.
Right. Yeah.
I'm getting up there too. So.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Get it. So, solo or group?
I'm sorry?
Choose, if you had to choose, solo or group.
Solo.
Okay. And why?
Because I only have to worry about myself.
There you go. That makes sense to me. That's what happened to me. Exactly.
It's enough worrying about me, honey.
You did do a gospel type album before? Did you do that, or was it considered?
I don't think it was ever considered an album. I think I did. I think you'll be able to find like 4 songs on what was that? Not Spotify, SoundCloud. Okay. Yeah. The project didn't get finished, not the way I wanted it. It was another one of those situations where the producer just stopped and, just didn't give me what I paid for. Just one of them situations. But what I did have, a few of the songs I did I just put them on SoundCloud, not for anything else, but just history on me. People can go back and go, oh yeah, she did that song. So yeah, it was more of an inspirational album. And I had fun doing it. I did have fun doing it. But like I said, there's about 4 songs on there. Oh, there's one by Devonair. Now he completed that song. Actually, there's 2 by Devonair. One is called Dance. It's a bop, And but I'm talking about praising as I'm dancing. And then the other one is called This Too Shall Pass. I actually had him remake that song from my album, my second album called This Is How I Feel. I had This Too Shall Pass on there, and it was such a beautiful song. I just wanted different renditions of it, so he redid that one. So yeah, it's probably about 4, maybe 5 gospel or inspirational songs by me on SoundCloud at Ameerah the Songstress. Thanks for bringing that up, Michael Wade. Hey.
Oh yeah. So are you ever gonna go back to any gospel?
I don't know. I can never say never. If the spirit moves me, no pun intended. If the spirit moves me, I will.
Spirit moves, let me cool. And let the love come. Yeah, wonderful. So this is obviously what you wanted to do your whole life, is just do this music. I mean, you were born to do this music.
Yes. And yes. Since I was 5, that's what I remember loving the most.
Hey, Tony, can you hear me?
Hello? Uh-oh.
Did you have me? Are we there?
Yes. It just left.
Hello.
Okay, Mike, I got you back. Okay. Oh, that's what the problem is. We have other callers that's trying to get in here. Okay.
Oh, okay. You want to go ahead with that?
I'll. How many more questions you have, Mike?
I just said we'll just do that last one. We'll close on that.
Which one was that?
It's perfect. That is, as far as the talk show that you're doing now, how did that come about?
Oh, my brother has a network called Drip the Mic Network. It's on Blog Talk Radio. And he told me he had a Sunday open and he was wondering if I could host it. And I was like, I don't know. I was afraid of the commitment. I'm doing too much. And I just thought to myself, man, just go hard or go home. And I told him yes. And I said, well, if I do it within a month, I want to be on air. I want to be in studio, and I want to stream live. And so that's what we did. I started February the 1st, I think, and started in studio March the 3rd. And it's just, I enjoy it. I don't know what to tell you. I've, never thought about really, I guess when I was a little girl, I said I wanted to be a newscaster, but I never really considered really going into radio or, talk show. I've heard it before. Someone said I would be good at it or whatever, but it's just, it happened. And it's like I said, Sunday is shaping up to be my favorite day of the week.
Well, there you go. Well, that's wonderful. As long as nobody tells you you have a face made for radio.
You silly. As long as you don't tell me that, Mike.
I said, no, don't let nobody tell you that. That's not true. All right.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Ameerah, it's been a pleasure.
No,
I got to get back on here and we'll reverse this interview.
Oh, for
one
sure.
day.
For sure. Thank you for calling.
I think we have a date. Yep.
All right.
All right.
Okay, talk to you soon. All right. Okay, we got some more callers. We got any more chatters before we move on to our next caller?
Yeah, I think we have Lady V on the line.
Okay. Lady V. Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello.
All right. Oh, sounds. Who's on the line, please?
This is Kiko.
Hey, Kiko. You on the air.
Hey.
How you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good.
Good. Okay, I have a question for you.
I'm listening.
Since this is an interview about yourself, from the day you decided that you wanted to, sing, people say that they want to pursue a career, and as soon as life happens, they don't put as much into it. So my question for you is, from that moment, from then until now, what has been your biggest motivation that just keeps you going, where you're like, I'm not giving up, this is what I'm going to do if it kills me? Like, what is your biggest motivation?
That I'm not giving up no matter what. I'm afraid to let myself down.
Okay.
I don't ever want to turn myself into a liar. I take pride in doing what I say I'm going to do.
Okay.
I believe in being the master creator of, of my journey. Because, God gave me permission to do so. So
Amen. That's what I was wondering. With everything that life throws at you, with life happens no matter what. But just with everything life throws at you, the curveballs, the straight balls, the ups and downs, just that one thing that's like, I said I'm going to do it. Like, that's the motivation part of it. So that's what I was just wondering.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that question. That was a good question. That was a good one, because life does throw some curveballs, and I've been paralyzed many times before, emotionally, worried and scared that if you make one more move or if you do one more thing good for yourself, something horrible is going to happen. And for a while, I thought it meant that I had to choose between, just sometimes even just being a mother versus, actually having a career. And I thought it was unfair many times, but it was before I had the understanding that it's just the law of the universe. There's just like there's good, there's bad, just like there's yin, there's yang. So they can't exist without each other. So even if it seems like it's, tripping out on you, Don't worry, because the bigger, the bigger the trial and the tribulation, the bigger the blessing and the gifts. So now, whether one or the other come, I know I have to damn near look at them the same.
Okay. Okay, that's all I was.
That's all you wanted to know? Well, thank you for calling in, Cammie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Anybody else on the line?
Paul Cram, I think we got next.
Paul Cram, are you there?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Enjoying the show.
Good. I was wondering if I had to put on a top hat and tap dance for y'all. I was like, what is I'm gonna do?
We good.
Okay. What kind of question you got for me while I'm in this hot seat?
Okay, so the question that I have for what advice would you give to an artist who has a desire to make it in the industry as a poet, but struggling to find out who they really are?
And they want to be a poet?
Yes, as a spoken word artist, I would love to because I do a lot of poetry and I put it to music. And I just love the combination of the two. And I would love to actually get my foot into the industry, but I struggle at times with my confidence and who I am. So what advice would you give me as an artist?
Well, it's going to be the same advice no matter which way you answer this question. But when you say the industry, do you mean the music industry, or are you saying, as a spoken word artist?
As a spoken word artist.
Okay. And I believe that obviously you're a spoken word artist, which means you write poetry, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you write, can you answer what is your inspiration when you write? Do you get inspired by different things, or do you tend to draw from the same place?
I get inspired by different things, but most of it all comes from my emotions.
Okay. So that's perfect. So you're already doing it. Your poetry is evidence as to who you are. Even though you get inspired from different things, it's all based on your interpretation because you are the beholder. So you have to believe inside yourself. You have to believe that the things that are coming through you are procured and tailored to fit you. You've already been given us with your poetry, with your literature, you've already been given us you. You're just amazed at your talent right now. You're just afraid of your talent. And that's a such thing. I was just saying that earlier. Sometimes I think I get afraid of my own talent. There was a time where anytime it was an opportunity to sing, I would, sing at the drop of a dime. But, now I'm so concerned about making sure I sound perfect at all times and making sure I represent the way I represented last time, or I sound as good as my album, or any of those things. I'm so busy thinking about that I can kind of cancel myself out. But I believe it's just being afraid of your own greatness. We're in awe of ourselves when we let God speak from the inside out to us. We look at it and we're like, damn, that's magic. And we get afraid of that sometimes. I'm serious. It sounds like, it may even sound a little too trumped up or a little too arrogant, but it's real. Like, we just get amazed at ourselves.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So it's just really time for you to start believing what you write. You can say it, but the universe, it responds to how you really feel.
Man, you sound just like your brother. Like, this is exactly what Z's tells me, because like I go to him a lot. If I have a piece and in my heart I can be like, you know what, this is a dope piece.
Yeah.
But then I'll give it to him almost as a way of getting approval.
Right,
because like as far as poetry goes, Aziz is like one of the top dogs to me.
Yes.
So it's like I'm searching so hard for approval, and then he'll tell me I don't need to seek his approval. Man, you're dope. And it's like, oh, thanks, bro. And I'm trying to figure out, am I dope, or we're just friends, or you know, like, but that makes sense. I think maybe I am afraid of my talent. That's I've never had it put that way. I thank you.
And the only reason I know it because I went through it, and you know, hopefully, you know, I'll get past it, but you know, and I'll probably go through it again, you know, at different levels. You know, when you see yourself reach greater heights, it's almost having an outer body experience, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but know that that's the ancestors. You know, you done tapped into that thing. You done tapped into that magic, and you sitting there telling yourself that you're not worthy, but it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't meant to happen for you. So that's the thing that I tell myself.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for calling. Thank you for asking questions. I love it.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, unless you had another one. You good?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
enjoying the show, man. I'm enjoying it.
Well, thank you for calling in, Paul Crown. I'll talk to you soon.
No doubt.
Bye. Who we got?
I believe we have Subliminal next.
Subliminal. We got Subliminal on the line. Are you there?
Hey, sis.
Hey.
Hey, sis. How are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Now, I've been dying to ask some questions. I've got a couple of questions I want to ask you.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Okay. My first question is, being a woman in the industry, what would you tell another woman to help her succeed and be successful?
I would tell her to keep creating. Her life depends on it. I would tell her that her creativity is going to take her everywhere she wants to go. And not only through music or acting or comedy or, you know, visual arts or hair, makeup, nails, whatever. Not only through the talent that you are expressing, because that's the that's the joy part. You know, the desire that you have to express yourself creatively. That's the joy part of it. But sometimes it's hard to create on a day-to-day basis. You know, sometimes it's hard to see yourself get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes it's hard to see yourself trying one more time. Sometimes it's hard for you to, you know, see yourself like just getting on the stage one more time, just recording a song or writing some words or taking a meeting or meeting a new producer or taking a dance class, or sometimes just that one more time is really hard for you to do because there's heartbreak that happens a lot in the industry, disappointment, frustration, sexism, sexual harassment. There's a lot of things that happen being a woman in the industry. So sometimes it's hard to just do it one more time. You know, it's hard to push that button one more time. The best way to handle those moments is just sit back, lay back, recline, go to the beach, go to the park, whatever your chill spot is, and just close your eyes and visualize what you want at that moment, what you want your life to be, what you want your life to look like, how you want to feel, what you want to do, what you want to have. It doesn't matter. It can be a boyfriend or it can be $1 million. Create it. Visualize what it is that you want to have happen. And I know it's hard for us not to focus on what's happening, who's doing what to us, how this person acting, how this fool over here acting, how she keep looking at me. Bitch, if you look me up and down one more time, all that stuff that we get caught up with. I know it's hard for us to take our focus off of that. So don't try to take your focus off of that. Instead, focus on what you want. Don't be bothered with trying to not focus on negative because it's too hard. But it's easy to focus on something that makes you happy. I promise you, if you use that, all doors will open up for you because it has no choice. Because the law of the universe says whatever you put out is what you receive. So if you create what your own life for yourself, then you only have yourself to blame if everything goes great. But you also only have yourself to blame if everything goes to hell in a handbasket. So keep creating.
Good answer. Now, what is one thing that happened behind the scenes that was a challenge for you?
Behind the scenes. It's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. That was a challenge for me. Well, today. Let's just start with today. Usually I'm extra prepared, but as I don't have my team with me, my number one teammate, and things like the computer not plugged in. I forgot my iPad, so I'm on Instagram on my phone instead of the iPad. I'm trying to get the chatters, and I can't see the chatters right now, and I don't have anybody to tell me what the chatters are saying, so the chatters can't. Oh, sorry. Anyway. So things like that happen behind the scenes a lot. Sometimes just, performing. I love doing live performances with live musicians. I very rarely sing to tracks, but, I have them if necessary, but I would rather have the music interpreted by, real live musicians. And things happen on stage like all the time. Someone, flubs a part, messes up on a part, doesn't know their part, tries to act like they know their part, so they'll play a solo the whole time trying to make themselves look good because they know that they are messing up on the original composition. There's always a lot of things going on stage. Like when you're literally on stage performing, there's all kinds of things going on that you would never know. So as an artist, and especially a solo artist, I have to tune in a lot, to every instrument, to what every instrument is doing. And sometimes, unfortunately, because I'm tuned in so much, if the keys go off key, I may follow them because I'm listening and I'm, da 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 da, they may go da 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 dee, and I'm like, okay, I just went da 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 dee because you went da 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 dee and you weren't supposed to go da 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 dee, but I had to go da 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 dee, and now they think in the audience I just did da 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 dee, and all they thinking is I done messed up, but really you messed up, So it's always a lot of things going on. So even though you're performing and you want to be free and just let go, and I'm not saying that those things don't happen sometimes. Sometimes you're able to be free, but when you're I guess a bit of a control freak and a perfectionist all at the same time, you're trying to control everything around you, and really sometimes you just need to let go. So there's always a lot of things going on behind the scenes that that I don't know if I'm that good at handling. But one thing we were always taught in the entertainment industry and in the and in school as it regards the entertainment industry is that the show must go on. So no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, I mean, I was doing this big show in San Diego, and this girl, which was one of the musicians and artists that I was performing that night for the show, and I had put the show together. I put the production together. I was on my way up to the stage to start the show. His wife jumps up and decides to start a full-fledged argument with me. Like, like the whole 9, bitch, I'll whoop your ass, all that. Like, I'm standing there in the gown with a microphone in my hand, and I'm like, what? And she was going crazy. And all I could think of right at that moment, like, I wasn't thinking about her yelling. I wasn't thinking about her, like, threatening me. I wasn't thinking about all of this. She looked like a clown, right? What I was thinking was, damn, why you got to do this right now? I got the mic in my hand. I'm ready to start the show. I even asked her that. I said, why you, because her husband was in the show, right? So I was like, why are you doing this right now? I was like, we can go outside later. Oh, that pissed her off even more. She was like, bitch, I was like, damn, maybe I should have said that one, Her husband had to sit on her. Security came around or whatever. Like, everybody was asking me, what do you want me to do with her? What do you want me to do with her? And I'm like, and she was like, if I leave, he's leaving. And I looked at him. I'm like, you leaving? He was like, no, I ain't going to even play you like that. I was like, and everybody's like, whatever you want me to do with her, I'll do with her. My husband's like, what you want me to do? And I was like, what you want me to do? And she, just imploding, right? And I was just like, let this bitch sit here in this front seat because this is all she's screaming about because I told her that she can't sit here. Like, let her sit there, and it just crazy. But some people was like, I would have cussed her. I would have fought her. I would have did all of that. But you have to understand, as the manager, the producer, the business person, the money holder, the money getter, the promoter, the marketer, all in one, you have to learn how to make smart decisions too. And I could have let her ignorance shut my whole production down, and I have to give everybody their money back and no one has a good time. Or I can take that one hit and have a wonderful show, collect my money at the end, and never work with them people again. So I hope that's...
this next one that I have is from Lady V, because she had to go and she had to start her show.
Oh, okay.
So hers was a 2-part question.
Okay, thank you.
Her first one was, she wants to know what is your favorite genre of music, and then what's the message you want your music to say to the world?
My favorite genre of music has always been R&B, soul. But I don't like to be put in a box. I would love to do every type of music that touches my soul. So there's, I love jazz as well. I love blues as well, hip hop, And so even with this album, I got a chance to do some reggae, some EDM, some house music, and some hip hop. So I was able to touch a lot of different genres, and I'm having a blast doing it. So, that answers that question. And then what was the second part question of the question?
She wants to know what do you want your music to say to the world?
Well, what this album is actually going to say to the world is it's time to celebrate, because we have triumphed through such a great period in our history. And it was all about us uprising. So this whole album speaks to getting higher, uplift, higher, fly, touch the sky, freedom. This language is used throughout my album. You'll see that when this album drops, you'll see that it's a very uplifting, but you can go to the club, or you can go to a concert, a summer festival, and get it in and feel free and dance and celebrate. And so what I actually want my music to do, this album has and will accomplish that. And that's being free.
Well, sis, I want to tell you awesome interview of yourself.
Thank you.
I'm going to sit back and listen to the rest of the one come through.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Subliminal, for calling in. Talk to you soon. And congratulations again on your marriage.
Muted. Thank you.
Who we got? Are we all done?
I think we have Aziz if you still want to take it.
Okay, I'll take the final call for this evening. I'm sorry I didn't get any chats today. Not saying they didn't come through, just I didn't receive them. Did you get some over there?
Yes, I got one chat here from on Facebook. From excuse me if I mispronounce this, from Ankh Hersen Amun. She said, "Wow, when you're doing your first chat." And then she had a few questions. One question was, which song that you've written is your favorite?
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't have one favorite. I love No Regrets. That's a song that a lot of women love. I love it too. You can hear that on any platform that you listen to: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Tidal. wherever you like to listen, Pandora, YouTube, but it's called No Regrets. It's a great song, very triumphant, celebratory, we winning type song. I love Can't Hide. It's such a romantic, beautiful song, and it's a love story, and it's not just a love story for man and woman, but it's also a love story with myself and spirit. You know, it's such a very, you know, it talks about connection, you know, period. No matter what, it talks about connecting. And just going higher. So Can't Hide is a R&B slow groove, put you back in the mind of the 90s. I love a R&B 90s groove. Access Denied, man. I was pissed at the industry when I wrote Access Denied, and the way that thing hit, the way that beat dropped, the way that bass hit that thing, it's everything to me. Access Denied, I love that. Type of Girl, I don't know if I've already said Type of Girl, but Type of Girl is a great song, celebratory of the women. Man, I love them all. I love them all. I do. I love them all. It actually sends chills through my spine when I hear, just all over my body when I hear music, when I hear something that I wrote, produced, and composed, or helped write, or co-wrote, or just a song that's mine that I'm singing on. I just get so excited. So it's hard to just name one, but you should check them all out. That way you can get your favorite one, and you can call me up next Sunday and tell me your favorite one. What's her name again?
Ankh Hersum, I believe.
Okay.
I gotta show it to you. I'm having a hard time pronouncing it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm not gonna try to pronounce it either. It's a woman, right? It's a lady?
Yes.
Okay. Sweetheart. You can go on Spotify, you can go on iTunes or Apple Music or wherever you want to listen, and you can tell me at Ameerah the Songstress which one is your favorite. Okay. I'll take the last caller.
Hey.
Hey, Kevin Logan. Hello. What's up, Aziz? Congratulations.
What's up? Thank you so much. Man, this show was long overdue. I enjoyed this show. This show was just so fun. I was just loving everything I was hearing, the memories and everything. But before I get into my question, I know we don't have a lot of time, but I just want to touch on something. I got to add some content to what you were saying earlier, going back to when we got caught calling the operator and cussing her out. and motherfucker being your favorite word. If you want to say the word, I'll say it. Listen, she did not do the justice that it deserved for her affinity for the word motherfucker. I'm talking about there are two people in the world that you would enjoy hearing say motherfucker. There's only two people in the world that can say it like these, like the only two people that says it. And that's Samuel L. Jackson and Ameerah, the motherfucking songstress. These two people, I would love to sit with them. Listen, I would love to sit up, smoke a blunt, and just listen to y'all just articulate the word motherfucker in a different ways that y'all do it. I mean, y'all take so much pride in the word. I mean, it's as if it's a song or stuff. I mean, there's a pride there. There's a affinity. There's a connection there. It's like the hammer that drives everything home. So you didn't do that justice. I'm telling you, it is an entertainment.
Oh my God.
In its own. If y'all ever hear her say motherfucker. Whether she's mad, whether she's scared, whether she's happy, it don't matter. If you say motherfucker, it is a magical thing.
We said it. Me and my friend was joking, talking about it should be a new phrase. I'll go from 0 to MF on you real quick.
Right. Oh yeah, no, there's no phrase. Now, so moving forward, So what you've done, like I heard you say earlier that you're not even sure if you've had as much fun or the most fun that you're going to have in your career yet, right? But one thing that we can agree on is that regardless, whatever else, you have positioned yourself to receive the blessings, all of the blessings that your career brings. Regardless of what else nobody can say, you have put yourself in that position. So what my question would be is, all the things that we as artists, when we're thriving, to put ourselves in that position, not saying be successful, but just put yourself in the position where you have the opportunity to really be successful. And you can attest to this because I've seen it with my own eyes. There are so many things sometimes that happen to us along that path that sometimes is really hard to keep your focus on a prize, or I wouldn't say keep your focus, maybe I'm using the wrong thing, but it would discourage your focus, if that makes better sense.
Okay.
And so, like for example, and not to put your business out there, I say this because I'm saying this because I'm proud of you and I've seen what you come from.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember you when you didn't have a vehicle and you was a single mother,
mm-hmm.
and you were struggling. But the only thing, but the thing is, you still managed to focus on your career. You wasn't about to give that up.
Right.
You did it like you were telling the stories of how if you had to take Lil Josh to the studio with you,
mm-hmm.
Whatever you did what you had to do despite all of the struggles.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the times when you couldn't get a ride to a studio, or you couldn't get a ride here or there, or you struggled to get a ride there, and it's just so many things that come in our way. Whether it's disagreements with people that are close to you trying to undercut you, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Breakups, new relationships, like you spoke of, like you talked about earlier, the death of your kid's father. All the things that happened, you were still able to position yourself, right?
Right.
And so a lot of people say, well, just keep your eyes on the prize. Just keep your eyes on the prize.
Mm-hmm.
But really, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my question, I guess I'm asking is, what would you advise somebody when they go through these type of things? Because it's not if. It's you're going to run into that situation, period, point blank.
Yeah.
The devil, anytime you got to do something, the devil are going to put those roadblocks there and see how bad you want it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is something that you would tell somebody, like if somebody's coming to you with those things, like, it's just so many struggles. Every time I take 2 steps backwards, something else happens, or this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was the energy you used? Like, how were you able to just like, okay, let me shake this shit off and get back to what my main goal was?
Well, I definitely had a lot of conversations with God. I mean, that's first and foremost. But as I was trying to explain earlier, just learning how to, it sounds so, I say it all the time on this show, stay focused. That's why I talk about it so much. Mm-hmm. Stay focused. I give it to you guys all the time. Stay focused. It doesn't mean that you're not going to think about anything else. It doesn't mean that life is not going to happen. It doesn't mean you might not find yourself in a fetal position, balled up on the floor crying. But when you're done with all of that, get back to focusing. Better said, get back to creating. See, when people start to, when people's life starts to stop and fail, it's only because they stop creating. And it doesn't always literally mean go write a song. Sometimes that's what it means. Or go write a poem.
Right.
Sometimes that's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Or make up a dance, or sew a garment together, or practice on doing makeup. It doesn't just mean that, but sometimes that's exactly what it means. But it also means see yourself doing it. Visualize yourself doing it. And, I remember when their father died, and soon after I became homeless, and I was pregnant with my 3rd child. And a friend of mine let me stay at his house, and he was a police officer, so he was gone most of the time. Like, I think he worked like a 3-day on, 3-day off shift or something like that. And so he let me have his master bedroom. He had a girlfriend. She wasn't a live-in girlfriend, but all she knew was he has this woman staying at his house. So she just was mad, and she wasn't having it. And then eventually she forced him to kick me out. Pregnant, nowhere to go. And he came up to me and told me I'm not the man that I thought I was. And I remember I had one more night there. So I was laying there, and the kids didn't have a father anymore. I was feeling like I had failed them. And I was laying in the bed, and everything around me, all the like the deodorant and the cologne and everything that was on the dresser, started to come off of the dresser and started to float around in the air and just around me.
Oh, wow.
And I was just watching this happen, and I had the kids in the bed with me, and I was just kind of watching it happen, and I was just at that moment just calm, and I was tired, and I was tired of fighting, and I was, just ready to just give in to whatever was happening, even if this wasn't, I don't care. Like I know that deodorant and perfume don't float in the air by itself. So, oh well, guess this is my new reality. And I was just ready to go into it, and it felt good. It felt good to just let go. It felt good to not worry about it no damn more. And that's where I was heading.
Okay.
And I must have turned and looked at my son, DeAndre. He was a baby. And I must have turned and looked at him, and I heard, now who gonna take care of them if you lose your mind?
Right.
And so I got up, and you know how they used to teach us, if you praise, you're stomping on the devil's head, So I just got up. I just got up and started praising God. And I was like, nope, can't have my mind. Can't take my mind. You can take their father's life. Okay. You can take my car, take my house, but you can't have my mind. That was just a moment that I decided that, I'm not going to give in. I'm not, this is not going to be the end of me. I'm not going to give up. And so that was just one of the many times that I've had to do that, and had to, go inside and find strength inside of me that I didn't know existed. And that's what I've been doing. It's each time it's something different, but it's the same. Each time it's a different scenario, but it's the same. I reach inside and go, hey, it got to be somebody.
90 seconds.
It got to be somebody in there stronger than me. It got to be somebody in there that can help. Yep.
So it sounds like what you're saying is it's okay to be human, basically. Take the hit. The hits are going to come.
Yeah.
Take them and deal with them.
Yep.
Be human. Not saying be Superman or Superwoman.
Yeah.
Take the hit.
Yeah.
Be human. Absorb it. Understand what is going on.
Right.
Don't sit up and question like, why is this happening to me?
60
Understand
seconds.
that it has happened.
Yeah.
And then do what you need to do.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Wow.
Well, it sounds like we're about to run out of time on this. How we doing?
Yes.
It's gonna cut you off?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
I think we had till like 30 after. Well, yeah. It looks like we are running out of a little time. So yeah, I definitely appreciate that answer. That was magic. I know if not for me, for the people that heard it. So I'm going to get out your way, let you close your show, and I definitely thank you for your answer. Dope ass show. I loved it.
Thank you, Aziz. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for coming on, CEO of Drip the Mic Network. You guys,
yes.
Give it up for him. Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you.
10 seconds.
Okay, so it's counting down for the Blog Talk. So for those of you that are listening on Blog Talk, it's going to cut off. You want to come over on Facebook and watch, or YouTube and watch, or Instagram and watch. Just come over and watch it stream live. I'm just going to close out the show, but just in case you're listening through Blog Talk, just come over to Facebook or YouTube because it's going to cut off in a few seconds. Again, the moral of the story is, as it always is, love, life, and light. My name is Ameerah the Songstress. I hope this has given you a little insight on me and my journey and my career. There's much more to tell. There's much more to see, and there's much more to know. I do have some great things coming up, if I must say so myself. First and foremost, look, I'm acting like I'm at the Grammys. I want to thank God. I want to thank Spirit for helping me and showing me how to navigate this journey. And out of all the questions that could be asked and answered, the answer will always remain being connected to your higher self, your higher power, your God, your spirit, your source, and believing inside yourself, because that's where the strength lies, that's where the knowledge lies, that's where the power lies, and that's your creative center. What is that called? Your soul. So that's what's gotten me through. I like to thank you guys for tapping in with me. I like to thank my team, my whole team, all y'all. Y'all know who you are. I like to thank you all. I like to thank you all for taking the time with me. All the producers I've ever worked with, good and bad, thank you, because you were a part of my journey as well. Thank you. All the management teams I've worked with, thank you. All the PR, all the Instagram number boosters, and everyone, thank you. Thank you. All the radio stations that have ever played me, all the interviews that I've been on, all the platforms, thank you. All the stages, thank you. All the musicians, thank you. All the writers, thank you. All the choreographers, thank you. All the stylists, all the makeup artists, all the hairstylists, thank you. Thank you for being here with me on this journey. I want to leave you guys with this. Hold on to your dreams. Cultivate them. Make them beautiful. Put your love in it. Put that thing in it. And then release them so that the rest of us can enjoy it, so that you can feed the universe with your creativity, so that we can all live. My name is Ameerah the Songstress, and you can find me on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Google Play, wherever you want to listen. You can also reach me at YouTube at Ameerah the Songstress, Facebook at Ameerah the Songstress, Instagram at Ameerah the Songstress. And remember, stay focused.
No regrets, no regrets, no regrets. Let me fix my crown, baby. Like dominoes, yeah, it's going down. My feet off the ground, elevated. You feel my soul when you hear my sound. And I don't know why you're like a red light that don't ever change. And you should know why I'm merging to the other lane. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. Oh, yeah. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. No regrets, no regrets, no regrets. Ooh, I'm so tapped in, baby. Yeah, I'm turned on and tuned into that frequency. Bring love and light and healing in my energy. Hear a major difference in these minor melodies. And I don't know why you're familiar faces in strange places. They don't ever change. You should know why I'm merging to the other lane. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. Oh, yeah. I'm built for this. Came with with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. Oh, yeah. I'm getting close. I'm up next. No regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close. Don't take a second to second guess. By the high, so you know I'm blessed. Oh, yeah. I'm getting close. I'm up next. No regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close. Don't take a second to second guess. By the high, so you know I'm blessed. Mm-hmm.